everyone, it's Evangeline right here at etrailer, and today we have the Hollywood Rack's Destination 2-bike platform rack, and we'll take a look at how it fits our 2021 Audi SQ5. So the Destination is really popular because of how lightweight, compact, and versatile it is. This is probably going to be one of the few bike racks that can carry really small children's bikes. Now, it is a more affordable rack, so you do miss out on certain premium features like tilting it away and extra high weight capacity for electric bikes. But if you don't need those and you prefer something lightweight and compact, this is the way to go. If you needed to get access to your hatch, you would have to take the bike off completely. So let's take a look at how the bike is mounted to this rack. There are 3 touch points. 1 and 2 are going to be your wheel straps for the front and back, and then your third is going to be your frame mount. I'm actually a big fan of this style of a frame mount because this can move up, down, left, right, and even rotate to accommodate for those different frames. That's why you're able to carry even those small children's bikes, because it doesn't have to hold up this high. It also makes it easier to take the bike off. So to start, I'm going to start at the wheel straps. Press this lever, lift up on the strap, and I like to pivot it out of the way so it doesn't get caught up on the spokes. 1 and 2. Now once those straps are off, you're then going to go to the frame mount. This might be a little tricky for different bike frames. I like to wrap my arm around the bike and use pretty much my elbow to support the bike as I use my 2 hands to remove this strap. So this might take a little bit of figuring out for yourself and your bike. But once that strap is released, notice how all I need to do is roll back a little. The mast is so short that I can very easily just go over it, and now I'm ready to hit the trails. It's not as hard as if it was a hook and a mast that I'd have to go over. Now take a look at those cradles there. Notice how they're shaped with different, I guess, widths, and that's gonna be for your different tire widths. Whether you have a small road bike tire or a wide mountain bike tire, you are able to carry them over here, although the maximum is going to be up to 3 inches. That's because you are limited by the length of the strap. So notice how this strap pivots back and forth. That's going to be for your different wheel bases, whether you have a small bike or a long wheelbase bike. This mast also pivots down to give you more clearance, but notice how with our SQ5, even with the mast up, we still have plenty of space between the door and that mast so that we can grab whatever we need out of the hatch or switch out our shoes. It was kind of a bummer though that we had to take the bike off to get access in there. If that's going to be a major issue for you, maybe check out something like the Swagman XTC Tilt, where really its main feature is that it tilts, or the Sarah Super Clamp. Those are your affordable, versatile bike racks that also have a tilting feature. This bike rack, when its mast is down, it also folds down but uses either the frame mount or the wheel strap to secure it in the down position. Whichever one you use, and you can use all of the different options, just try to rotate between them every now and then so you're not having uneven wear and tear. I did say it's compact, so let's talk about our space that takes up beside our vehicle. What I do is I measure from our bumper, which is the furthest point of the car, to the end of the bike rack. So here it sits at exactly 2 feet or 24 inches. So if you have a small garage or need to park into a really tight parking spot, this is a good length, although your handlebars will be taking up more space behind your vehicle when you have the bikes loaded up. Next is going to be ground clearance. That's measured from the ground to the bottom of the bike rack, 21.5 inches, and here at the end, that's going to be 17 inches. So it's not really that high up that you're lifting your bikes up, And since this bike rack only has a 35-pound per bike weight capacity, you really are not lifting heavy electric bikes anyways. But what if you do have a heavy electric bike? Well, I did mention the Ceres Super Clamp earlier as an alternative. This bike rack does fold up to be more compact and neat. There is a bolt over here that you're gonna have to take out and just let that hang once it's loose so that you can fold this rack up and against your car. Now, with this rack being so compact, I personally wouldn't go through the effort of folding it up, but if you are limited on space with a really small garage, or if you need to store this on its own, then this is a good way to do it. Let's take some measurements again. Measuring from our bumper to the end of the rack, it now sits at 14 inches. So big difference compared to earlier. And this is gonna be the nice portable position. Notice how our rear window is visible, our taillight is visible, our license plate and our backup camera is visible as well. So that's gonna be good because then as you're driving around, it's almost like you're not carrying around a bike rack at all. Now, if you do want to open up the hatch, notice here that you do have the clearance even with it folded up. So that's going to be good because then you have full use of it no matter what. All right, this fits into both an 1.25 inch and a 2-inch hitch receiver. If you do not already have a hitch receiver, you can find one at eTrailer. We actually installed this earlier today to use this bike rack. It has an anti-rattle bolt and a lock. Now that lock can be used with a cable lock included with the rack to keep both your bikes and your bike rack safe. So all in all, solid bike rack if you want to carry around bikes with the stability of a platform rack, but not really the price point of a premium rack. Downsides are can't tilt it away and you are limited to a 35-pound per bike weight capacity. Alternatives I mentioned were the Ceres Super Clamp EX or HD. Both of those can tilt away, have a heavier weight capacity, although they're slightly more hassle to use with more straps and hooks. So definitely check that one out if you want to compare. But this was a look at the Hollywood Rack's destination 2-bike platform rack on the 2021 Audi SQ5.
Here we are on our test course. As we hit the alternating bumps, you can see what it would be like to hit a pothole on the road. Our solid speed bumps simulate pulling in and out of a driveway or hitting a speed bump in a parking lot. We use the slalom portion of our course to simulate the side-to-side movement, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvers.